Hello everyone, you are welcome to Creative Ends platform. Today I'm making a tutorial on this turban. The black one that is turning around is not my work. Somebody sent it. So this is my first time actually creating this style, but I discovered that some adjustment has to be made with the measurement. So I will put that at the end of the video. Because it was my first time, I felt I did not quite get the measurement well, but I will do my best to put it at the end of the video what I think is right. Okay, so the measurement I used for this particular one is 30 inches width and then 40 inches length. All right, so to go ahead, you are just going to leave a space of 2 inches, but I also find out 2 inches is too much, so just 1 inch is okay, even if it's quarter inch, so long you have a space to attach it to the band is fine. All right, so we will now create pleat with our hand. You are not expected to sew down this pleat, just create it with your hands because it is meant to be a little bit rough. So if you sew it down, you will not get that rough look. So please do not use sewing machine. All work we are going to be doing to create this body plate is going to we are going to do it using our hands. Yes. So you just use your hands to like create the pleat and guide it together and then hold the edges. So the number of pleats you can create is actually depending on you. So you can choose to create maybe double pleat, which is two. You can do triple, which is like having up to three together. You can even have up to five together. So what you do is when you raise the pleat like you see me doing now, just secure it with needle and thread. This the first stage I am doing is for me to secure it with pins. Hmm? So after securing it with pins, I will then go ahead to secure it with needle and thread. So after each pleat, of course, there is no magic you will do for you not to have a little space between the first three pleats and the next three pleats. There's always a space. So you make the next three pleats. If you are making five, you make the first five, make the second five. So you just continue until you get to the end of the fabric. Now, I really want you to pay attention to this part because this is all you need to create the style. It's not for you to fold turban and sew it. That's the stress. The stress is how to create this body plate without sewing it. Yes. So we just like pin and then this process is going to continue till I'll get to the end of the fabric. So as I proceed, I will not be showing you because just holding the edges, one end and the other end, is not enough to keep this pleat in place. So you have to do something for you to be able to keep the pleat in place. That is very important. So that's the more reason I will advise that you do not fast forward this video if you know you've not done this style before. I remember I said I will be giving the accurate measurement I believe will be perfect for this style at the end of the video. So please stay till the end. All right. So what I said I will do before is what I am still doing. Just did not fast forward. I just did not fast forward this part of this video because this is the main part of this turban. So please don't get angry over that fat. Just spend your time with me. So the middle point I am holding there, I'm going to remove the paint when the time comes. So if you look at the last pleat, I'm supposed to have three, but I do not have three. Still, I will work with the two. So it's not compulsory. I get, or maybe now that it's not complete, I say, oh, what do I do? It's not to three, no. Work with the two. Remember, you can create any number of pleats and it will still be perfect. Just ensure that you raise it high above the ground. At least your folding for your pleat should be above 1 inch. You understand? Because the height affects the beauty of the turban. So let it, and then the length of the turban after your fold at least should be 15. So when you fold, when you measure, ensure you are able to fall at 15. The least you can use is 14. All right. So now that this part is ready, we are going to uh, turn this fabric. By the way, some persons were asking what fabric is this. This is the Max fabric. It is not the Max a tie. This is the Max fabric. Yes, you can get it in the market. This is not a tie. Because some persons were asking me if it was the Damax a tie. I said no, it's not. All right. So we turn it to the back. This is the back side. So from the back side, you are going to carefully, because this is where the whole thing lies. You are going to carefully use your needle and thread. At this point, I will advise you use the small needle. You know, there's this big size hand needle. Uh-huh. Don't use that one. Use the small hand needle so that even the thread should not be too thick. Yes, should not be too thick. So you systematically start to like hold the pleat together from different points. You understand? By the time you hold it very well and you are able to tack it well, you see the beauty of the body plate immediately. So while I tacked mine, I told you it's my first time creating this style. So I tacked my own by like locating the midpoint of the plate from, I just take my hands through, move it in such a way that I'm not just holding the beginning of the plate, I hold part of the plate from the midpoint. So I'll just continue to create it like this. I have a video on how I created something like this, but I now use beads to finish it up. Hmm? That same pattern is almost what we are repeating here, but the distance is far. It's not as close as that particular one I did. That one is a Canadian smoke. So this is just how we go about this one. You just like start to pin it down systematically, and don't just pin it down casually, oh, it will loose. You understand? One thing I started doing, when you just casually use needle and thread to tie something, I don't know how it happens, but it has a way of losing. You just be surprised that the pleat. So what I do is when I tie and I am done tying, I will just plug the hot glue. I like telling you the secret of everything, and by now you should know. I'm not here to train anybody, and at the end of the day, you want to do the work, it's not coming out well. I always get so excited when I see some of you sending me your work. I so much appreciate it because I see that people are actually getting what they are looking for, and I'm so glad about that. All right. So, what I was saying before I digress, I said when I finish pinning every part of this pleat down to make sure that the pleat no, to make sure that the thread will not start pulling off and then I will not start losing the pleat. I simply use my hot glue when I'm done with this process to touch each of the thread that I used to tack it down. I'll just use the hot glue to touch it, touch it, touch it. So it makes it sort of impossible. Okay, let me not use impossible. Almost impossible for it to start losing on its own. So you just have to, I'm sorry, you just have to devise a means you do that. Hmm? To secure your time because you are not moving the thread continuously. You 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 tack one, you cut, tack the next one, you cut. So that's how we just continue and then finish the tacking. It's quite easy. It's quite easy. So one thing I want to advise you people, please don't um don't be too selfish to yourself. You are training, when you are learning something, be ready that you will waste money. You can use the first one to practice and you did not get it right. Don't worry about that fabric. By the time you know exactly what to do, you start to make money from it because you're already perfect in it. Don't wait until you have a client that need a particular design, and that is when you now start using the client fabric to practice it. You will not be able to do a good work. I tell you, get ready to waste fabric. Yes, get ready to waste fabric, please. That's just one advice I have for you. Waste your fabric. That is the only way you can learn. Don't think, I just want the exact measurement. I don't want to make mistake. Then you are not ready. You are not ready for this business. In this business, we lose some and we win some. So the ones we lose, basically we make it ours. And when it comes to the client's own, we want to perfect what we are doing. So don't just think, I don't have 2,000 naira to waste. I don't want to waste my money. Then you are not ready for the business. Okay, so I'm using a cross base. This part, I don't really think there's anything that I should be explaining. What I need to explain is what I have finished explaining. That's just how to make the body plate. So I'm making a cross base, and after crossing, I just rest the turban on it using the right side to face ground. You understand? While the wrong side will be facing me, pin it round, sew it, take my measurement and then sew, cut out the part I need to open in the turban, add my belt to it or handle to it, and the turban is good to go. I believe you can watch this remaining part and get understanding. Hmm? So quickly, if you are stopping by our Creative Ends platform today and you are yet to subscribe to this platform, please do subscribe before leaving, especially if you know you want to go into this business because Creative Ends is here for you. I respond to your questions. I make videos on things you ask for. Hmm? Some of the ones that I don't make, maybe chance, maybe sometimes I just forget about it. But whatever you send is perfect. I will explain to you. Even if I'm not making video on it, I will explain it to you on WhatsApp by myself, even without the video. All right, so please watch this video to the end. I will see you in my next video. Don't forget, I will put the measurement I think should be appropriate because there is supposed to be a fall on that turban that mine did not fall well, and I know it's because of the measurement I used. So I would write the measurement instead of saying it with my mouth, and I will be writing it right away.